Hello, this is the third of a series of 3 videos that looks at pathways for our students for Year 11 students of 2014 and 2000 and Year 12 and 2015. This video is going to have a look at some of the different pathways that students can take in our senior school. Now for maybe about 80% of the students, they will take the normal OP pathway where they will do 6 subjects, 4 semesters, so that's 24 semesters. Now, some other alternatives that students can do will be investigated in this presentation. Some of the things that we will look at, we'll look at school-based traineeships, we'll look at school-based apprenticeships, we'll look at doing diplomas, certificate 3s. We'll also have a look at students who don't want to do the OP pathway, students that that can do pre-vocational maths and English communication. So let's have a look to see what we can do. Now, the one thing that the students have done over the past year, and that will go into Year 11 and 12, is the assistance that our careers counsellor, Mrs. Baker, and our vet assistant, can help you with. But what the students have done is they have participated in careers programs. Over the next couple of years, they will receive emails from the careers course, from the careers room, and they will get course information on different careers that they can do. Now, all students are encouraged to actually have a pathways interview with Mrs. Baker, and certainly in Year 12, when they're doing their QTAC selections, all students will be expected to sit down with Mrs. Baker, and certainly parents are very much welcome. Students in Year 11 and 12 can actually participate in work experience through their holidays, and the school will help organise that. Now, excuse me, some of the alternative options that students can do at St Hilda's are school-based traineeships, certificate 3s and diplomas, and they can also do certificate 3 and diplomas offered by outside providers, but we also have certificate 3s that are done in school. I'll go through them shortly to see to give you a little bit more information on how they work. The other thing I'll talk about in this is that students St Hilda's has actually created some partnerships with some universities in our area, and students can actually do some university subjects while they're actually studying in Year 11 and 12. Now, some of the subjects that the students can do are listed here. These subjects are actually different to, subjects are different to the ones that were listed in the OP pathway. Now, here is the pathways that you can do. Students can actually do 6 subjects, which all go towards their OP. Now, the other pathway that they can choose is they can select 5 of these subjects here, and then they can pick a certificate 3 or they can go outside to do a school-based traineeship or a school-based apprenticeship, or they can do a vet course. They will still get an OP, but they will also have a vet qualification as well. There are some students, and we probably have about between 10 to 20%, it varies from year to year, who actually don't do the OP pathway, and they will do a selection of subjects. They might do pre-voc maths and a number of subjects here, and they'll do a vet course. At St Hilda's, the one thing that we do is we require students, if they're not doing the OP pathway, that they are in a vet pathway. You cannot just pull out of the OP pathway and that's it. It doesn't work that way. So a student who is doing a vet pathway might do, a non-OP pathway might do pre-voc maths, English communication. They might do a certificate 3 in business and a diploma of business, and pick one of these subjects here. So in explaining these subjects, These are all outlined in the ebook that you will be receiving, and I'd just like to give you a little bit more information on each one, just to make sure that that you know exactly what it is. Now, there actually are three main things that with regards to VET courses at the school. Certificate 3 in business, it's offered within the timetable. So, well, it's not within the timetable, it's offered in the school. You don't actually have to go out of school to actually do the Certificate 3 in business. You don't have to go outside of the school to do the Certificate 3 in media. We actually have teachers here who actually can do it. So it can be part of the timetable. The Diploma of Business, there are two types of Diploma of Business. There are some offered by outside providers that are taught off campus, and then we have King's Intech, who actually come in to speak with the students and look after the students on campus. So it's a competency, but these are all competency-based courses. So with the Diploma of Business, that is done at the school, the Certificate 3 in media and the Certificate 4 in business, you don't actually lose any time in the normal timetable. Sometimes if students, we look at if students are doing the Diploma of Business, we look at their workload to make sure that they actually can finish it by the end of Year 12. If you also have a look at school-based traineeship and school-based apprenticeships, these are very, very popular. We, in school, we actually have school-based traineeships at our school, and we do childcare at our school. There are other ones that are offered in hospitality and all those different types of things. The one downfall with school-based traineeships and apprenticeships is you have to do work time, and that means it has to be during the day. So you do miss lessons, and students have to pick up lessons. They have to catch up on the work that is in their normal classes. Now, for students who do not want to go to university or want to go on the VET pathway, this is a very valuable tool. While I'm talking about this, we actually had one student, well, many of our students who do the VET pathway actually go to university. We had one student who did VET last year who actually got into law at Griffith University, and that has been it's a very, very valuable pathway to get into university. VET courses, you can actually do them at TAFE. Some of our students are doing Cert 4s in photography, and they're doing other courses that can with external providers. Now, just in a little bit more detail, school-based apprenticeships and traineeship, as I said, we do childcare we are an employer of childcare, and students work in our junior school. You have to work for an employer, it is recognised, and you need to finish it while you're at school. Many of our girls actually finish these traineeships in Year 11. Now, some of the examples that you can do one in business, childcare, retail, hospitality, and vet nursing. Now, as I said, the school-based apprenticeships and school-based traineeships, students have to do 1 day a week in the workplace, and then they complete their booklet with a trainer. If you have a look there, they can still get an OP, but mainly with these students they get a selection rank of 68, and it is equivalent to around about a OP equivalent of 16. It is recognised by nearly all universities. There are some that sometimes don't recognise it for different courses, but you certainly have to be on the ball when you do these, and find out what universities will take them and which ones will not. If you have a look at that there, the advantages, you get points towards your QCE, you can get fast-tracked on some of your studies and tertiary studies. Some students don't like the pressure of exams, so it will help them. And you can see down there, Cert 3 currently given a 68, which is equivalent to an OP 16. That can be quite helpful. Some of the other internally pathways, you actually have, we use King's Unitech, or TAFE, or Academy Designs, where students actually go out and they do other Certificate 3, Certificate 4 courses and diplomas. Some external studies, we also, some Gold Coast Institute of TAFE still do media, health, all those different types of things, and what you can do is you can see Mrs. Baker and see what courses are available. Now the in-school certificates, as we said there, if you have a look at the ones that we offer in school, Certificate 3 in Business, Certificate 3 in Media, and Diploma of Business in conjunction with King's Unitec. Now, you need to be aware though that the diploma, because it's a university qualification and it actually can give you some credit at certain universities, it will attract additional costs. So the advantages of these ones that you don't have to go off campus, everything's done on campus, and the certificate will actually give you a 68 and a diploma will give you 82 selection rank, which is equivalent to an AP 9 or 10. So these are becoming very popular, especially the Diploma of Business. Now, for some students that want to do extra courses at university to get them a foot in the door, so to speak, Bond University asked to do student for a semester. Griffith University had the guest program, and something like Griff Chem and Griff Engineering, they actually help the students and they can get credit at university. One of the big, there's a couple of things to be considered here with regards to it. They can get credit. Sometimes you have to be in the top 30% academically and the students gain credit for it. One of the drawbacks can be if you're actually, you may lose some time for your other academic studies. Your academic grades stand. So if you want to get a very good grade point average and you're at a year 11 level and you're trying to do a university course, you might not get the high mark that you get. Sometimes you need to be available in the school holidays. So, but there are certainly some positives, and getting your foot in the door is an excellent way to do it. Now, in closing, I'd like to say that the contact information for this person here, for these courses here, is Mrs. Baker. You need to talk with her and you need to make sure that we can get you into the right course. As I said, about 20, well actually now I think about 20, around about 20% of our students do VET courses. They need to be considered by all students who want to go on to university, who might not get the lowest OP that they can, and certainly the OP pathway isn't for every student, and every student is important at St Hilda's, and trying to get you in the right pathway is paramount for us. Thank you.